Hi, my name's David Parker. I've had some incredible events that happened in my life, UFO, spirit stories, and I'm getting around to recording them now and sharing them. This one, I have absolutely no explanation as to what happened, and maybe someone else will have some insight. It was mid-late 1980s, maybe 86, 87, 88, somewhere around like that. I had a friend visiting, and we went over to Hollywood. We used to go over and hunt down movie stars and get autographs and go to a lot of the memorabilia shops down on Hollywood Boulevard. And one day we were there, and we happened to run into these two other people. And it just got to talking, and they said, we just came from Marilyn Monroe's house. It's up for sale, and they have an open house. And I said, how did you do that? They said, you could just go in. So I looked at my friend, and we said, let's go. I mean, what a treat. Marilyn had died in 1962. So this was about 25 years after her death. I don't know how many owners had it after she died. So anyway, it was very hard to find. I believe it was in Brentmore. I know it was 5th Helena Drive or Avenue or something like that. Because it was like going through a maze. You go somewhere and it was stopped, then you have to turn right or left and stop. But we finally found it, and we got there and went inside. Of course, we were just amazed. And obviously, we were not potential buyers, by the way we were dressed and the way we were just gawking around. There was 2 real estate people in there, and they were very kind to us. They knew we were there just to snoop. So we went through the whole house. It was obvious which room that she had died in. You could just feel it. And what a memory that was to have been in her bedroom. So my friend was walking around, and I went out the back door and was going around the side of the house. I was between the house and the swimming pool. And it was a nice day. It was sunny. It was probably, noonish, maybe in the afternoon, early afternoon. Cool day, nice breeze. And I'm walking around, and bam, I run into a wall. And I hit it hard because I was walking pretty fast, smashed my nose, and I smashed it so much I was bleeding profusely, all down my shirt. But the weird thing is there was no wall. I felt it. I smashed right into it, but there was nothing there. And it couldn't be glass because glass would, have like a gleam to it with the sun shining on it, or it would have had an indentation in the dirt. Where I was in the yard, where it would be stuck in the dirt and held up in the air, and I could touch it, and I felt it. It was very smooth. It wasn't cool. It was like room temperature, and I reached my arm as high as I could go, and I couldn't feel the top of the wall. I went to the right and to the left, and I couldn't feel the edge of the wall. I started to reach down as far as I could go, but when I bent down, I was just bleeding all over my shirt. And it was odd that, if you walk into a real wall, I would have left blood on it, but nothing stuck to this wall. It was totally smooth and totally invisible. And what it was, I have no idea. So finally, I had my shirt bunched up and, grabbing my nose and trying to pinch off the bleeding and tapping on the wall. Totally solid, but absolutely nothing there. There was nothing visible at all. So I went back into the back of the house, and of course everyone's alarmed because there's just blood dripping out of my face. The real estate agents got me out the front door as soon as possible, I think they had some paper towels or something, napkins that they gave me. They didn't want me bleeding all over the floor. And I'm sure this didn't look good. Maybe they were worried about a lawsuit or something. But I was just kind of shoved out the front door. Out we went. My nose was swollen for 3 weeks, and I was a nurse. So one of my docs at work was kind of like repositioning my nose the next time I went to work. But what was it that I hit at Marilyn Monroe's house? I've asked some people, and they said, well, maybe Marilyn was mad that you were snooping, but she'd been gone 25 years, and she would have loved, having fans. So I have no answer. I've never talked to anybody else that's been to her house. I have absolutely no explanation, but for some reason, in her backyard, there was an invisible wall when I was there. And that's my story on running into a wall at Marilyn Monroe's house.